Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Sean. Due to the nature of this video, there might be people who are just discovering my channel for the first time, so welcome. For those of you who have already subscribed, welcome back. So today's video is a little bit different, dressed quite formally, look like I'm about to present the news. That isn't the reason. I've just got back from work and I wanted to crack on with this video, so just going straight from work, straight at it. So what is the challenge? First of all, I heard about this challenge from Instagram and from other people on YouTube. There is actually a website, I've got it up in front of me here, peakdistrictwalks.net. I will link it in the box below so you can go have a look, check out the website. It's a fantastic resource on there. Well, they've got a map here of the Peak District with all 88 numbered trig points. I will overlay some footage, probably easier. They've also got a tick list. So all 88, the names, you can tick them off as you go, which I've been doing. But I mean, I've been hiking now for around a year properly, maybe just under a year, and I've probably been to more trig points that I'm actually saying that I've done on this map, because I wanted to start from zero, I wanted to start afresh really. And the way that I'm counting myself as bagged a trig is by standing on it. I've been to trigs before, taken photos, done the classic hand touching the trig. However, for me to count them in this challenge, I want to be standing on the trig, which actually on reflection I've done 9 or 10 of them so far. Is quite tough, because if I go to get them by myself, unless I take a tripod, there's no way of me getting that photo. So normally when I'm going to be trig bagging, I'm going to have some randomer take a photo of me or be out with a group of friends. So why am I doing the challenge? I think it's a really cool way to see parts of the Peak District that I might not have gone to, for example, but it also just kind of keeps you busy when you're planning some routes and hikes. It gives you a reason to maybe go to areas that you otherwise might not have gone. I'm going to have to certainly go back to areas that I've already been. When I'm looking at the map that they're all on, there's some areas that I know I've done hikes in that area but haven't ticked off some of the trigs that are on here. So it kind of, you're going to have to kind of plan out your hikes in advance, see where they are, map the route, and then kind of tick them off as you go. The plan for me is to do it as a little bit of a side project. In terms of YouTube, I want to continue doing my sort of vlogs when I'm in and about on walks in and around the UK or further afield, but I want to create almost like a subsection of trig bagging 88, see how I can kind of put these walks together, tick off some trigs, and then put the photos in and create maybe a few episodes. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I'm not in any rush. I just want to try and have it as a bit of a challenge that I will start working my way through these 88. So some of the resources that you can use, if you go to that website which I mentioned before, peakdistrictwalks.net, you can download quite a lot of information on there. So I will show some bits on screen, but essentially there's a map of all the trig points in the Peak District, map 1 to 88. They also have a principal tick list as well, so all the names and all 88. And what's really good, they give you the grid references for Ordnance Survey of all 88. And essentially what I've done, I've gone onto Excel and I've created my own spreadsheet. So on there I've listed the trigs from 1 to 88. I've listed them in alphabetical order. I've then done the OS coordinates, and I think it actually gives you the coordinates for kind of in terms of 10. I don't think you need a 10 grid reference. I've used it as 6, which is more than, it's easy enough to find the trig within just a 6 grid reference point. I've then added another tab for sort of extra information, so maybe the hike that it's part of, or hike that you'll find this one on, or if it was hard to get to, just some little reminders here that I can use. And then really it's kind of tracking, have I plotted it on the OS maps that I've got? I have actually got the physical maps which I've been plotting them all on, numbering them and ticking them off as I go. Have I then plotted that and ticked it off? As I say, you can see how I've done some already. And then do I have the photo of me stood on the trig? If I have all of that, I've kind of just ticked it all green, so you can see some here which are green. It means that I've done everything that I need to on there in terms of marking it, plotting it, ticking it off, and then getting the photo stood on top of the trig. I'm really interested to follow along. Some people who have already been doing this, especially on YouTube. We've got Alex, who's doing a great job already. I think he only started his a couple of weeks ago. Is already on to double figures of trig points. I say for me, I have been to more than what I'm counting, but because of the way in which I want to track it, in terms of standing on top of the trig, I'm kind of starting afresh. And now I believe I'm on sort of 7 or 8 of the trig points that I've kind of fully completed in terms of marked it, ticked it off, and got the photo on top. So to summarise, it's really just a little bit of a side project that I'm going to have alongside me doing my vlogs. I'm looking forward to getting out to some new areas within the Peak District, kind of ticking these off, planning routes because of these trigs. And as I say, I do feel it will, kind of expose me to more areas of the Peak District that, I probably may not have gone to otherwise. So yeah, lots still to go for me. I'm absolutely nowhere near completing this. But what I want to do is kind of piece this journey is maybe, as I said, episodes of me kind of ticking some off, maybe updating the challenge of kind of where I'm up to, how I'm getting on. But as I say, I'm not in any real rush to get them all done within a certain time frame. I just want to kind of plan walks in and around the peaks to make sure that I do eventually bag them all. So let me know if you're taking part in the challenge in the comments below. I know just due to the nature of this video, you probably wouldn't have stumbled up across it if you weren't doing that. So let me know your own methodology as such of how you're tracking it. If you're going for a uniform process of what you want each of your photos to look like, or if you're just essentially getting a photo of you touching it, or maybe even just off the trig point pillar itself. I'd be interested to hear other people's structure and the way in which they're attacking it. But leave me a comment below of how you're getting on with yours, or find me on Instagram, drop me a DM, because you'll probably see that I've got an Instagram highlight reel of the trigs that I'm up to, so you can follow along that way. But also I'm quite keen to follow other people's journey as well. And that will about do it for today. If you are new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you could subscribe. For those of you who already follow me, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So I've just been starting to edit and realised I didn't actually tell you which ones I've done so far. So the ones that I've ticked off with the photo, I've got Backtor, Brown Knoll, Kinderlow, Mamtor, Stanage Edge, The Roaches, and Win Hill. As I say, I have been to others, I have got photos of others, but I haven't got that uniform picture that I want of me standing on top. So I want to make sure that I get all 88 with the same photo, with the same pose, and that's where I'm up to so far.